Welcome to my channel. My name is Michael Okunloro and this is my YouTube channel. If you're meeting me for the first time, I'm a fashion designer, a digital creator, and event host. And so today we're diving into the Art of London Fashion District to cover an event that happened last month, which is called Concurs in Savile. But before we go ahead, if you've been here before, you know this is a tradition. So outfit of the day, or rather outfit check. So today I'm wearing a two-piece mini agbada by 1219 Styles. It is from our recent collection called Ballet. Ballet or Ballet. Ballet is head of the community, while Ballet is the head of the home. And so today I'm dressed in a ballet. It's a mini dashiki with a indigenous cap. This cap is the traditional Ijebu's people style. On the 22nd and the 23rd of May, the world-renowned street for bespoke tailoring hosted its annual concurs celebration. It was a celebration of craftsmanship, innovation, and timeless style. So this is what this means in simple terms. It is the bringing together of the best of the world of tailoring and bringing together the best of the world of automobile coming together for a showcase. It was on Savile in central London, and I was there. So this year's one was beautiful. It's an event I went last year, and I would say that this year it was amazing as well. Great designs, great inspiration, very nice automobiles, nice vintage cars. This year's event was nothing short of spectacular, bringing together top fashion designers and fashion icons and influencers, bringing everybody together on one street. Amazing showcase and all of that. Last year's event, I wore a suit, and the first day of this year's event, I showed up in a mustard jacket. And on the last day, I decided to switch it up. My ancestors, they whispered to my ears that this is an opportunity for you to represent us. So this year, I decided to show up in a white agbada. One of the reasons I feel it is important for me to step out in my three-piece agbada, especially in a place like London where different culture meets together. Every other day I get to wear suits, I get to wear hoodie, and I get to wear trainers. But I feel at the same time as well, especially at this point in time where Africa is getting lots of attention, at every point in time I can get to be a great ambassador of my culture. I should as well be able to do it for me to educate more people about the culture, for me to educate more people about us, about our food, about our music. Because the truth is, in Africa, or especially in Nigeria where I come from, there is a whole lot of amazing talent. There is a whole lot that the world has not seen. I am in the fashion space, and I feel this is one of the ways I can get to start a conversation about the amazing talent we have back in Nigeria, Africa. Agbada is a traditional wear worn in Nigeria by the prominent people in town. For me, I am a prince. I feel this is one of the best ways to preserve my heritage. For me to carry my heritage, my tradition everywhere I go to. And this is one of the reasons I wore agbada to Concurs on Savile. And to be honest with you, I was different from a whole lot of people in that dapper jacket, that dapper suit. I just feel like this is a one-time opportunity for me to dap out, for me to step out in agbada, for me to as well enlighten more people out there about the rich culture and heritage we have in our country. Gone are the days where people are not too proud of their culture, especially if you're from Africa. Gone are those days where we are not proud to tell our own story. But now with the attention we'll be getting from Afrobeat, from our music all over the world, I feel this is the best time for us to tell our own story the way it is, what we've really got. Educate them about our fashion, our food, about what makes us unique as a people, why Afrobeat is different from every other beat. And for me as a fashion designer, aka tailor, I feel this event celebrating the artistry and heritage of tailoring. Savile has been known for that heritage. They've been able to preserve that heritage, and this is what I would like to see. And for our own history as Africans, for me to be able to tell our stories and for us to be able to connect together with that bond that unites us together, which is one of the reasons I decided to step out in my three-piece white agbada. There's something the Yoruba say, Oriki ile Omarune, which means that the name they call you has a lot to do about you. My own name is Adebowale, which means that the throne is back home. Adebowale. So everywhere I go to, that is part of me, which means that there is that royalty in me. And that is one of the things I wanted to share with the world. Amazingly, on that day, I was nominated for one of the best dressed men at the show. Unfortunately for them, I don't win the award. But that doesn't still matter. We go another year. If you're a fashion enthusiast, you're in London, you love automobiles, you love cars, concurs on Savile should be an event you should plan to attend. And there were a lot of great fashion designers that were present on that day. The likes of Kabira, who has his own store in Mayfair, London. We have the likes of David Wedge, who has his own store as well in central London. These are people that they are doing it for the culture, making the culture proud, pushing the boundaries, pushing the names, pushing the fashion space, not even just Nigeria now, because it is beyond we Nigerians. So aside from meeting amazing people, I also love the part of the showcase of the automobile. There are a lot of amazing automobile, the vintage, the recent one, the more recent one. I was lucky enough on that day for me to try out some very nice cars, for me to get into them. I just need to feel that special, because it is not everybody that was allowed in to get into the cars, but I was able to get into 2 or 3 of the cars to check it out. And I would say of all the cars, one of my favorite cars from the day was a 1956 Mercedes-Benz 300 SC owned by Joanna White. The vehicle was purchased in 1956, 68 years ago if I'm right. Such a classic, vintage, lovely car. I love it so much. I was messing around there on that day that, I would like to have one of that very car. And the woman looked at me, not knowing that that was the owner of the car. And she looked at me and said, I won't be able to have it. I said, no, I would like to have it. She said, that is the only of that edition that is still available. And she's the owner. It was willed to her by her late husband when he passed away. Such a lovely car. I would say I had an amazing day with my friends, my fellow designer. Shout out to Ace, Umbachan, Fresh by Dotun, Jamel Higgins, amazing people. If you're a fashion enthusiast or you're a fashion designer or you love automobiles or you just love meeting people, it's such a great networking event and you should look out for it. And on that note, thank you very much for tuning in or joining me today on my daily vlog.